Hi guys, it's Emily from Novelle Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my reading catch-up May week 3 and it's been a good reading week. I think I'm just going to say good reading week or good. I don't know what I'm going to say in the title. You'll see it before I do. I'm just going to blag it. I don't want it to be like a long title, but you know me, I'm all flappy. Trust me, I'm flappy at the moment. Right, so reading week. I've already had 2 5-stars this week. I've had 3 4.5, 1 4, and then 1 flop. But we'll talk about the flop soon. I'm currently reading 3 books. Only one of these is actually on the read, or was actually on my TBR. But you'll kind of guess why I'm reading the other 2. So the first one is a book I'm buddy reading with the lovely Cat from Brews and Reviews and Chatty from the Mad Chatter. Although I've not actually spoken too much about it, but that's me being a loopy head. And this is Sing If You Can't Dance, and it is for the prompt of a book with a visible disability. And this is about Ven, who has her future all planned out. Her dance group is going places, and so is she. And then she collapses on stage. I will say straight away you find out that basically the lead character has limbs that dislocate regularly, and that's her health problem, and it causes it, and she gets like low blood pressure and things like that. So I don't obviously have those health issues, but she has chronic pain. And I really feel like the representation in this is done really well. The only thing that I'm struggling with is it's very, very YA, and I am obviously a lot older than that. So I'm finding that part I'm not as connected as I want it to be. But the disabilities rep is great. It is a good book. It's one that Olivia recommended, and it's one I really am enjoying. Just kind of a little bit YA at the moment, but that's fine. Then last night I started a book that I think I told you guys I'm probably going to read. And that is Cosima the Unfortunate Falls of Fraud. I literally only started, but these next 2 books that I only started really briefly yesterday. And that's because yesterday was quite a busy day. And so this has, again, characters with invisible and visible disabilities, because I can't tell you too much about it because it's the sequel to the Cosima the Unfortunate Silver Star. Sorry, sniffles, hey boo. And it's about Cosima, and it's about a group of friends, and excuse me, and basically Cosima has thought she's found found a happy ending. Unfortunately, trouble isn't far behind. As I started that yesterday, I can't really tell you much more than that, but I do know it's a middle grade fantasy. It has great disability rep, and I'm really loving it. And then to a book that I sense is going to destroy me, and that is Nesting by Roisin O'Donnell. Charlie got me this for my birthday in March, and I said I was going to read it in May because the other one kind of won. I only read like 24 pages yesterday because unfortunately Thomas needed me, and I ended up having quite a busy one. And it's basically, everyone knows about this book. It was longlisted for the Women's Prize, but it wasn't shortlisted. And 24 pages in, I can see that it's going to be a very, very hard-hitting book. I can see it's going to literally, it's haunting. Even though it's a fiction book, I put it on my contemporary shelves, it is a lot harder hitting, so it's one I decided to read during the day. So today I'm going to crack on and read as much of it as humanly possible, because I think it's just going to be, it is a really, really, straight away the writing is good. It's a bit literary, that's the only thing I will say that I wasn't expecting. And it's about Chiara, and it's set in Ireland, so some people read it for the Irish readers on as well. And Chiara straps her 2 young daughters into the car and drives away because basically her husband's a bust. And she knows for certain that the home is no longer safe. But what was meant to be an escape, but with the dwindling savings, no job, and her family across the sea, Chiara finds herself adrift, facing a broken housing system and the voice of her own demons. As the summer passes and the winter closes in, she must navigate raising her children in a hotel room, searching for a new home and dealing with her husband Ryan's relentless campaign to get her to come back. Because leaving is one thing, but staying away is another. Do sense this is going to destroy me, but that's my main book for the day, so I'm going to put those there because I'm going to literally read this today. You won't believe it. All week it's been blooming beautifully sunny, and we had another gorgeous time, and I've been out in the sun all week. And then today the temperatures have dropped down to about 19 here. I'm filming this obviously on the Thursday. It's supposed to be sunny a bit later, so I will be out there, but can't be at the moment. Anyway, I don't want this to be a long one because I've got another manic day. So, you ready for the flop of the month? The Iliad by Homer. Don't judge me. think I read about just over half of it, and then I counted it as read because I read over half of it, so in my eyes it was counted as read. I don't care. I didn't. It's apparently Greek civilization about the Trojan War, and I've read far more retellings that I enjoyed more. I think this was literally going in my good eye and out my blind eye because I don't remember a darn bloody thing about it. And I don't even know if I should count this as reading because it talks about the last year of the Trojan War and the killing of Hector and the determining the fate of Troy. But it's just not for me. Really not for me. It was a classic that was a massive, massive flop. And considering I read another classic this month that was brilliant, this is not for me. I'm not going to try these Greek classic doodahs. They're not for me. I'm not even wasting my time on it. So bye-bye, the charity shops can have that. Then to a book that's a 4-star, and it's probably my one that I'm going to be lending to Mum because Mum will love it. And this is The Royal Daughter by Soraya Lane. And it's part of a series apparently, and I think I'm actually gonna start looking for this series, not to like read and keep, but just to read and then lend to Mum and then decide. Because apparently, yeah, there's like the Italian daughter, the Cuban daughter, and it's basically starts off with the fact that a box has been found in London, left at someone at Hope House, a home for unmarried mothers, and basically in that box there was like a photograph and a piece of sheet music. And Ella's looking at it and she's like, she wants to find out what happened. And Ella knows that this photograph holds the key to her heritage and soon learns it was taken on the picturesque Greek island of Scuppulus, nestled in it says a Greek island. Her new flame, Gabriel, encourages her to unravel the mystery. And then we go back in time to Greece, and it starts off at Greece, and it's the heart-wrenching story of a royal family forced to leave their country for a new life. And a woman with a unique talent for music who captured the heart of a young violinist. Short but sweet historical fiction, really enjoyable, really good book. I definitely recommend the series, definitely recommend the writing. It is very fast paced, so it doesn't really get any more than 4 stars, but it was really good. Then to the book that I finished yesterday, I virtually read it in a day. And this is Out on an End by Hannah Bonham Young. It was one, again, that was not officially on my TBR, but I bought it in April and decided to read it straight away for Spoonies. And apparently there is a sequel to this, which is Out on the Woods. The author is Own Voices, and it is a bloody good book. And I think this was recommended to me by the lovely Danny from Danny's Book World. And basically it's the unwanted pregnancy at the start, so an unexpected pregnancy. So Winifred Wynne McNulty has always been wildly independent and not one to be coddled for a limb difference. Wynne has spent most of her life trying to prove that she can do it all on her own. With some minor adjustments, she's done just fine. Hooking up at a costume party with an incredibly charming Beau changes everything. Wynne finds herself pregnant and decides to keep the baby, while Beau is surprisingly elated to step up to the plate. And this is their sort of challenge throughout the pregnancy. It is very pregnancy focused. There's a lot of, it's an American thing, a lot of saucy, sexy stuff. But it's done with, like, in context, if that makes sense. It really is done in context, so I think I did enjoy it. The disability rep is very good in it. And it does talk about things that I totally get about, like the minor adjustments you have to make in your life and wondering if you can do things as a mother. And I think for me, probably one of the key things that I think stood out for me, and especially because it's Mia's 13th birthday, the day this goes live, happy birthday Mia, is that I remember when I was pregnant with Mia and being blind in one eye and deaf in one ear, I was so worried that I would miss things with her, that I would struggle with various different things. Certainly as her was younger, and not like my arm with that weak arm, like I was so worried that my disabilities were going to affect my ability to become a parent. And I remember that fear throughout the pregnancy and planning things and everything else, and I just think this was done really, really well, so I totally relate to that. But it is a very, very good book. Yes. Then to the book that surprised me how much I enjoyed this, and this is A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. I'm not going to keep it because this copy of it is really battered, but I do think that I want to get a better copy of this because it was 4.5, almost 5 stars. This is a classic that I finally bloody loved. Jack was Bookjoy recommended it and said it was very miserable but very good, and she was right. This smashed it out of the park. It was such a good book. It ended, the start, the end. It is really, really sad. It will rip your heart to shreds. Apparently Marilyn from Marilyn Maya Mendoza loves this as well. And it ripped my heart to shreds, but the writing was absolutely bloody incredible, and I thoroughly loved it. Sorry. And I really loved it. So, definitely recommend this. 4.5 stars. I'm not going to keep this copy because I think I do, in fact I know I want a better edition than this, because this was a really good book and I think I would want to reread it. But I think that's a sensible decision, actually. I might put it on my Amazon wish list so that I know what it's called and then look for a really pretty edition. But yeah, really loved that, and I think it was miserable, but it was done so well and the writing was incredible. Then to another book that I read for Spoonies, and this is Chloe Leese's Better Hate Than Never, and this is the second book in the series. I have now got to get the third book, and it's out, so I'm looking for it, and it might be my post-op treat. It might not be, I might get it before that. But this is about Katerina Wilmot and Christopher Petruccio. Shared backyards as kids, but as adults they won't even share the same hemisphere. That is until Kate makes a rare visit home and their fiery animosity rekindles into rage infernal. Yes, this is another one with lots and lots of sexy time. Probably a lot, even more than Out on a Limb. But it was done well. It has disability rep, and this was again own voices, but this is for the prompt of an invisible disability, because one of the characters gets chronic migraines and the other character has ADHD. And again, this is another own voices one, which is what I thoroughly recommend. And the migraine rep is done really well. It's not in it as much as I kind of liked. And the ADHD rep is done well. From those I know that have ADHD, it's done really well. Thoroughly great book. Love this author. I want to read everything she's written. And it's great for Spoonies. Then to my last Spoonies book, and this is The Secret Seaside Escape by Heidi Swain. It was my reread that I was supposed to be bloody reading with Kat, and she kind of read a bit of it and she's paused because she's just got other stuff on. First of my 5 stars, bloody love it. One of the lead characters in it is an amputee, and Heidi Swain needs to write more books with living people with disabilities. I love the author, but yes, I would like more books with disability rep, because this is done really well. And apparently the third book, her latest book that I recently got, has got disability rep in it. No, has got, it's the third in this series, and I read the Christmas, I'm not going to read the Christmas second book, but I really want to read it now because I really love this book. It was great, family, disability rep, grief, depression, so much packed into this, and it was done really well. Thoroughly loved it. And then to my last keepy, and this was one I hoped would be a keepy, and I hoped would be a 5 star, and this is The Whalebone Theatre by Joanna Quinn. And actually, this has the potential to be one of my favourite books of the year. Actually, I do need to write that on my journal. This is a favourite. And Charlie from Charles Heathcote recommended it. And I think Katie's read it. But I bloody love this. It does span quite a few years. And it's originally set in the old English manor by the sea. And draping ivy. And it talks about a family, about an unwanted orphan who grows up into an unmarriageable young woman, chafing the compliance of her traditional upbringing. Historical fiction set originally in the 1920s, and most of it's done in the wartime, but it is done so well. It's family, it's friendships, it's how different all of these characters are, how their lives go up in different directions, how families don't have to be all in the same sort of standard bracket. Historical fiction with wartime, loss, sadness. It is just about everything wrapped into this book, and I bloody loved it, and I thoroughly recommend it to everybody. So yes, I've now got 5 spaces for all these, and I'm running a bit short on time today. But so life sort of stuff. I'm not even going to have pictures at the end of this because I don't actually think I need it. We did go to Camberley. We went to Camberley to get Mia's and Chris's new phones on Thingy Day. I bought 4 books. Yeah, I think I bought 4 books. One was a classic, but it was the one I wanted. Bought fantasy, historical fiction, another random one. I did buy The Wren, which I'm hoping is alright, because that was the one that from the Women's Prize long list last year. Most people hated it, but I remember Alice loved it, so I thought I'd try it. Gonna give it a go. And then I also went to the library, and I'll show you the libraries because I love doing that. And they're both going to get read this month, so you'll see them over the course of the month. The first one is When We Meet Again by Kristen Harmel. Historical fiction, set in the war, I think, but it's lead character called Emily Emerson, who has recently lost her job and looking for a new purpose in life. When a mysterious parcel comes her way, she's intrigued. Inside is a painting of a beautiful woman standing at the edge of a sugarcane field and attaches a note, "He's never stopped loving her." I don't know any more than that, but it does look good. It's a new release. I love getting these new releases from the library. And then the one I'm most excited about, and it will get read next week, and it will get read very fast. And this is fundamentally by Nazit. I can't say her name, but this is actually the one that's shortlisted for the Women's Prize, and it's on my Amazon. It's on my Amazon wish list because everyone that has read it has told me they loved it. But I thought, actually, again, it's supposed to be another hard-hitting book because it's also sort of all to do with the ISIS and stuff and all that. It's not. Yeah, it's actually a short book. It's only like 300 pages. But everyone reckons they loved it. I know that Ange loved it. Nadia is an academic who's been disowned by a puritanical mother and dumped by her lover Rosie. She decides to make a getaway, accepting a UN job in Iraq. Tasked with rehabilitating ISIS women, Nadia becomes mired in the opaque world of the international aid, surrounded by bumbling colleagues. Sarah is a precocious and sweary East Londoner who joined the ISIS at 15. Nadia is struck by how similar they are, both feisty and opinionated, from Muslim background, and with a shared love of dairy milk and rude pickup lines. The powerful friendship forms between the two women until a secret confession from Sarah threatens everything Nadia has been working for. Looks amazing. I can't wait to get to that. So, actually, I know this sounds like a really silly thing, but actually, because of this book and because I love the colour of it, if you got to the end of this video, leave me a purple heart. Purple is my favourite colour and I love it, and like I just think, yeah, I've got 2 purple books this month, so leave me any emoji that's purple, but a purple heart would be great. What have you been reading this week? What have you been getting up to? I am so sorry for not replying to comments at the moment. My head is all over the place and I'm just a bit, scatty at the moment, so bear with me. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.